Alright, so we dealt with this laser early on. Or not early on, actually. Pretty late in the series, but a while ago at this point. And it only took me one try and I got the exact angle immediately. There's the dark cloud. Let's see, So the laser, the diagram tells you what direction the laser is going to face. I mean, the mirror is going to face. And then you have to use geometry to figure out, or is it trigonometry? Geometry? Oh well. To figure out what direction it's going to go in. So you basically need to split the difference between the source and the... oh, it's directly above it. Basically. So we want to shoot the laser straight back, but because it's angled backward, it's going to shoot upward, because that's how it got to the mountain in the first place. I think that might be the right angle. Let's find out. That's perfect. Holy shit, yeah, that's exactly how that works. It's almost comical how much it lights up, actually. Now let's go find that spot. It was over here on the path, heading up towards the mountain, was when everything sort of lined up. I think it was specifically something I saw because I was coming back down the mountain at some point, and it just looked too perfect. There it is. Just a little further back. There we go. Where's that going? I'm not sure where that went. I'm not sure if the solution went towards the town or if it went towards the desert. But I have a screenshot of the ones I hadn't solved yet on my side window just so I could refer to those shapes, and I don't think that shape matches any of the ones in the desert, so it's probably not that. Let's go ahead and put you back. Right here, I believe. Watch me mess it up now, even though I nailed it twice so far. Come on. There we go. Right back where it belongs, even though it's not necessarily necessary anymore. That might have gone to the obelisk right here. There it is. Yep, there it is. That's the one we just did. Found it. This one's freaking complicated. There are so many symbols on that thing. Just like how the town was the last one I did in the original puzzles, I think the town might be the last one I finish, because it just looks incredibly populated. Alright, back to this chunk of progress. We did the left to right one on the boat. Now we have one that goes right to left, but kind of loops overhead a little bit. Then one that goes all over the place, also somewhere in this direction. Now that's going to be interesting. Oh. Hi there. What's your deal? That's got to be an endpoint, right? That's too conspicuous. And looking at the shape of that shape we're looking for, it probably lines up with this. But further back, because I think it's higher up. Maybe not. No, this doesn't line up for me. This doesn't seem to solve anything. Maybe it's not something. I don't know, I need a starting point. And what I'm seeing right now doesn't give me a starting point. Oh, is that... unless it's back there. Are you part of the puzzle? I've been wondering if this thing was going to be relevant at some point. Oh, maybe I lined that up with the left side of the staircase. Standing back at a sufficient distance... oopsie. Sufficient distance or something? Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I stand up here somewhere. Oh, hello. Got it. This is going to be an interesting camera angle. There we go. Oh, wow. There we go. That's the complicated one down. So we have two windmill symbols, and the one that goes like an sort of arching right to left. Where does something go? Oh. Shit, I just looked directly at it, I think. Oh, there's even a cutout in the rock. There's even a cutout in the rock right there. Wow. I only saw this because I saw the other one just now. Wow, there we go. That's all of the ones except for the windmill ones in the desert. Now I just need to figure out whether or not I want to deal with the windmill or not. These are really satisfying to solve. Part of me wonders how I wasn't able to find them last time. I don't know, I guess it just never... Yeah, I don't think I remember ever looking at that one piece of brick and thinking, that's gotta be part of something. And so if I never made it that far, then I wouldn't have made it there. And that was just a happy coincidence to find the shoreline one, because that one would have been agonizing if I was standing anywhere else, I think. That one looks like one of those ones that's perfectly placed just to make, like... Just to create one of the many situations where if you stand in the perfect spot, something suddenly creates a maze and you're like, oh my god, they're real? So these are all solved. It's just these bastards. I don't like them. Alright, let's follow up on these audio logs. Just for the moment. As I steel myself for dealing with the windmill, perhaps. So got this one, right? So all the ones that are open, I believe we've established are ones I have. So that's what interests me here, is this... That's back in the home base. That's at the beginning. Did I miss one in the beginning? Also, where's that? Where exactly would that be exactly? That could be at the glass facility. Hello. Been agonizing over every particle of this place. Look at that thing hidden way over there.
I am standing on the threshold about to enter a room. It is a complicated business. In the first place, I must shove against an atmosphere pressing with a force of 14 pounds on every square inch of my body. I must make sure of landing on a plank, traveling at 20 miles a second around the sun. A fraction of a second too early or too late, the plank would be miles away. I must do this whilst hanging from a round planet head outward into space and with a wind of ether blowing at no one knows how many miles a second through every interstice of my body. The plank has no solidity of substance. To step on it is like stepping on a swarm of flies. Shall I not slip through? No. If I make the venture, one of the flies hits me and gives me a boost up again. I fall again and am knocked upwards by another fly, and so on. I may hope that the net result will be that I remain about steady, but if, unfortunately, I should slip through the floor or be boosted too violently up to the ceiling, the occurrence would be not a violation of the laws of nature, but a rare coincidence. These are some of the minor difficulties. I ought really to look at the problem four-dimensionally as concerning the intersection of my world line with that of the plank. Then again, it is necessary to determine in which direction the entropy of the world is increasing in order to make sure that my passage over the threshold is an entrance, not an exit. Verily, it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a scientific man to pass through a door. And whether the door be barn door or church door, it might be wiser that he should consent to be an ordinary man and walk in, rather than wait till all the difficulties involved in a really scientific ingress are resolved. Arthur Eddington, 1927.
So this blew my mind a little bit when I first looked over at it. I'm like, well, that looks awfully important. Son of a bitch. We gotta carefully touch everything once. Oopsie. That's exactly what I'm trying not to do. There we go. This blew my mind when I first looked at it, because I'm like, wait, look, it's my tormentor. It's the thing that made me stuck on the challenge for so long. A goddamn pillar covered in grids. And then I walk up to it, I'm like, those are triangles. Oh my god, it really is back. You're not taking me alive. Did I do it right? I did. Wow, they hid one of the harder puzzles of the entire game. Well, harder styles of puzzles. Here. It's like we have a series of secret panels that kind of indicate how this rule set works. And then there's just one in the base at the beginning. There's another. What the fuck? You weren't there a second ago. Hi. Why are you here? Is there a puzzle here? Do I just grab them both? Do I just need to... Wait a minute, how do I get over there? Oh. I need better line of sight. This'll work better. There we go. There must be another exit somewhere, right? There's like... There are several exits. Did the exits do something? Why are you here? Are there more? That's 2 already. That's 2 secret puzzles here. Everything seems boring there. We'll take a look around. Am I missing something? Am I missing? Tell me, game, tell me. It made a freaky sound. What does the sound mean? We just drawing lines for fun? Did something happen in the sky? No. I already did you, right? I feel like I must have. I think I did it from upstairs, I'm sure. This is the general direction we drew the line in. But I don't see anything here. I guess I'll let you guys know if I find something around here to indicate what the hell's going on. How are we doing on numbers, by the way? 522 plus 98 plus 1. Alright, we'll see how many are left to solve. What's the deal with you? There's clearly a socket over there. It looks like the top half of a, an environmental puzzle or something. Just can't go back here. Can't really see much of anything around here. Oh. 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 Not quite yet. Oh, there we go. Holy shit. Well, that one came as a surprise, didn't it? That's some clever stuff. Alright, one more oddly peace-looking cloud out of the way. There we go, yep. That's the other audio log from the origin point. And then that's the vault. Then there's some audio log that's apparently roughly the same distance past the vault that the other one. Yeah, so it's like the distance to the vault from the previous audio log doubled. If that's even, if they're even based on that kind of space. Whereas this is the desert, I believe. No, oh no, this is the symmetry location, right. There's an audio log between the desert, between the symmetry location and the... Let's see. This is the peninsula where you draw the symmetry puzzles. But this would be the glass blowing factory, right? The studio. So this is before the glass blowing studio, but after the vault. Huh. It's weirding me out a little bit. You can walk through some of these hedges a little bit. I really hope the audio log's not in here, because finding it in the foliage would be a pain for a number of reasons. But this is right next to the very first puzzles I ever solved. Right next to these guys. I thought it might even be behind them on this little rail. So you can see straight through it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a reasonable spot. It's somewhere close to here, though. Based on our map. A lot of spots to check. Oh shit. There's been one right next to this obelisk the whole time. It's definitely hard to spot. I got it because I was like, how the hell do I go like roughly the same distance from here to the vault and then that distance past here? So I just had to come inland a little bit because the glass blowing place is right there, but I think on the coastline this is technically a little below the before the glass blowing spot, or it's just a completely extraneous audio log to the one I was trying to find, but hey, it's still flashing.
Your question is the most difficult in the world. It is not a question I can answer simply with yes or no. I am not an atheist. I do not know if I can define myself as a pantheist. The problem involved is too vast for our limited minds. May I not reply with a parable? The human mind, no matter how highly trained, cannot grasp the universe. We are in the position of a little child entering a huge library filled with books in many languages. The child knows someone must have written those books. It does not know how. It does not understand the languages in which they are written. The child dimly suspects a mysterious order in the arrangement of the books, but doesn't know what that is. That, it seems to me, is the attitude of the most intelligent human toward God. Albert Einstein, 1930.
I'm having some difficulty with this. The waiting's a bummer. I'm clear. That's good. Come on. We had an Einstein quote there. Another one from Ashley Johnson. So am I good? Let me on, let me on, let me on, let me on. What? Yeah, this is why I don't like doing the windmill puzzles. Still got 2 to go, but it's just... the part where it flips out and teleports me is really annoying. And I can't tell what I'm doing wrong half the time. And it's like a solid minute of waiting every time you make an attempt. Got one. There we go. We got it. Holy shit. That one took a while. That one took a long while. Yeah, the windmill thing's... oh, there it goes. Yep, that's all white now. That's 2 now. The windmill feels... I don't know, strangely... there we go. It feels strangely messy in some ways. Even when I solved it, I seemed to teleport. And I don't know if that was intentional or a glitch. Or what. But it was a little strange at the very least. But hey, that's 2 pillars down. Alright, then let's see our new total. 522 plus 101 plus 2.